Supreme Court rules that government watchdog fired by Trump may temporarily remain on the job. Bill Mahers report the Supreme Court on Friday dashed President Donald Trump's plan to immediately fire the head of an independent agency that investigates whistleblower claims, allowing Hampton Dellinger to remain in the job through at least the middle of next week. By declining to back Trump's emergency appeal, the conservative court nominally sided with Dellinger, who President Joe Biden appointed in 2024 to lead the Office of Special Counsel for a 5-year term, but who White House officials fired in a brief email days after Trump returned to power. The Dellinger appeal was the first to reach the Supreme Court tied to Trump's whirlwind of activity since returning to the White House last month. A flood of litigation over executive actions, immigration, other firings, and Elon Musk's work for the government are simultaneously making their way through lower courts. In an unsigned order, the court said it would hold the case on pause until February 26, when a temporary order handed down by a lower court is set to expire. A district court hearing is scheduled to consider whether to extend the pause on Dellinger's dismissal. But the order also left unresolved all of the questions posed by the case, meaning the fight will likely be back at the court in short order. 4 justices, 2 liberals and 2 conservatives, dissented from the decision. Pending before the justices was a technical question about whether a temporary order from a lower court that paused Dellinger's dismissal for a few weeks should be blocked. But the court's decision failed to resolve that question, essentially punting. If the lower court issues a preliminary injunction after that hearing, the Department of Justice could then appeal that ruling back up to the Supreme Court. The best explanation for why a majority of the justices opted to put off a ruling in this case for now is because of a concern that they'd otherwise open the floodgates to dozens of emergency requests when all that the lower courts had entered were time-limited temporary restraining orders, said Steve Ledeck, CNN Supreme Court analyst and professor at Georgetown University Law Center.